Hi, welcome to Petra's Happy Place. My name is Petra, and this is my happy place in all of my yarn, amidst all this beauteous things. Okay, so today I have several things I want to go over with you. The first and most important is a warm welcome. Thank you so much to all you new subscribers. There's been so many that have started joining me this last week, if even 2 weeks, and all of you returning subscribers. I'm overwhelmed, and you all mean so much to me. I shared in my live yesterday that I just don't want to imagine what my life would be like right now without all of you. You have made my life more complete. I have yarny friends now that I can talk to about the things that I love to do, and that means more to me than anything. Thank you so much. I also mentioned in my live yesterday that I ordered my first knit crate. Yes, and I did get it. 3 days. Well, yeah, 3 days after I ordered it, and I want to show you. I'm sure you've seen so many of these, and it's the same thing over and over again, so I'm not going to go into detail about it. If you want details, let me know in the comment section below and I'll give you some more details. But basically, it comes in a box with your name on it. That's just the box. I thought it would actually come a box in a box, but that's the box. And inside, I've already opened it, so ta-da! Alright, I'm going to bring this up close to you so you can see, and hopefully you'll be able to see the variations of the colors in there. There's some purples and some blues, and it's woven like it's like a braid. See that? Isn't that beautiful? All of my favorite colors right there in one beauteous, luscious yarn. I mean, it is how I'm going to try to describe it for you. Okay, it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. So it's wool, okay? So it's wool. But it is you know how wool has that crunchy, almost like a crunchy sound to it when you squeeze it? It does have a little bit of that, enough to know that it's wool, but it's not scratchy. It's like, feels like air inside of it. It's like you could almost imagine a sweater made out of this and just having it so light. I mean, these things weigh next to nothing, you know, but they're going to be so warm. I almost wish I would have ordered 2 of them just so that I could have enough to make a nice sweater. But I have enough to make something pretty with those. And I got a beautiful custom ceramic bead. It's painted, it's hand painted in Peru, and that's what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? So I wanted to read you this because this is what I was read by the Knit Crate gal. I can't remember her name, but she did a preview of this yarn and she's gone over it. But I want to read about this particular wool. It's bred. The Peruvian Highlands are a crossbreed between Corriedale and Merino sheep that are highly or ideally suited to live in the high altitude and rocky pastures of Peru. It comes directly from Peruvian ranchers to the mill where it's spun into our new base, Vitalana Ascendance. This 100% Peruvian Highland yarn is chain plied to give it endurance and squish. And that's exactly what it is. It's squishy. And it's spun in heathered colorways to help each stitch stand out. I am really looking forward to that. And to know that it is, it's not American made. It's from Peru, but the community that it comes from, the proceeds go back into the community, which I think is really important. So that was my knit crate. So the other question that was asked in one of my previous videos was about a shawl, and I'm pretty sure it was about the virus shawl that I'm making, and I wanted to pull that out and make sure that I had given you this, the pattern, okay? This is the virus shawl, if you're the one who asked about it, okay? And I'm doing this with I think it's called a fingering rate. It's a #1 yarn. And I've got the pattern from Fiber Spider on YouTube. He has a tutorial for the virus shawl, so you can look that up, okay? So that's Fiber Spider, and it's the virus shawl. I'll get put back together here. Okay. I think it was on my goals. I don't know what it was, but somebody, excuse me, got a little itchy. Somebody shared a wonderful saying that I want to share with you all here. And it was, you never know if you are the lighthouse in someone else's storm. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm hoping that this channel, my channel, these videos, provide a little bit of joy in your life. That I'd love that. I would love it if you told me that that's what it does. I'm not telling you to tell me that. I'm just saying, if you wanted to share that, share some of the nice stories, you know, that maybe others have touched your life in the community. I love hearing those stories. They brighten my day. They make me feel like this is a wonderful community and we're there for each other. Isn't that wonderful? I've never been in a community like this before, and it just warms my heart. So I have been doing a couple of projects. Today I was working on something, and this is just really, really rough, but it looks like a big envelope. It's got a pocket here, and I'm not finished with it, but I'm making it for my mom. She gets so frustrated when she tries to take something out of her little toaster oven. So I wanted to make her something that she could use, and she was there as I was making it. And so I'm thinking, okay, she can put her hand in here if she wants to pull it out, but if she needs a little extra, she can fold this up here so she could have two, a double thickness, or she could fold it like so and have a trivet, or she can use it as a wash rag for her dishes, a dish rag. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to do it. She was thinking about maybe having me go ahead and sew this top thing down just on the one side so that she could just have her hand in either the thick side or the thin side. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to sew these together just so she can have a choice. So anyway, that's something I did today while I was hanging out with Mom. What else? I ended up frogging the hat. So let me pull this out just a little bit. So I ended up frogging the hat, and I took out probably 10, 12 different rows of the single crochet of the band, and I went ahead and started with the But I'm looking at it now, and even now it looks like it might be, no, it'll work. It'll work. So I started, and it's just single rows, single crochet all the way up. So in the single crochet, if you're not familiar with it, it's a solid stitch, but it just takes a long time to work on. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more tonight. I pulled out this ice yarn, and I take a look at that again. Tell me what you think. That just looks like fall, and even maybe like leaves having fallen on the ground, and it's just so soft and smushy, and it's just so cozy. And I've got 3 skeins of it, and I'm thinking I want to make myself a nice shawl, or not a shawl. What am I thinking? Not a shawl. Like a cowl and maybe a hat out of that. And I could even double up. I think I have enough to even double up on a cowl for that. But I just think that would be so cute for the fall. So I'm going to do that sometime this week and everything else. And I did finish the little jacket, one of them, that I'm making for the little twin boys. You see that? I think it turned out pretty cute. I still need to do like a little placket down the front with some buttons, but I got the sleeves. I don't know if I'm going to find a navy yarn, maybe. I think maybe I could find a navy yarn to do all the trim work for it and do it around the sleeves here. I'm even thinking around the sleeves of doing a ribbed stitch somehow to keep it kind of tight around the little tots wrist. I remember, when I was making this, I was thinking about things that my mom used to make me when I was a kid. And, just, I'm talking about little kid, like, ages 6 through 10. And one of the things that she did all the time, well, she knitted. So she would knit my brother and I a pair of mittens every year. She would knit us a pair of mittens. But she did something special. Now, some of you might have had your moms do this for you too. She would crochet a long chain from here all the way up around the back and all the way down the other side. And she would stick it in our coats, and she would tie it, stitch it to the mittens. So all we had to do was take off the mittens if we didn't want them, but they'd still be in our coat, see? And so every time we got our coat on, our mittens were right there, and we never lost our mittens. How genius was Mom? She was so smart. So very smart. So those are my projects. I guess I've gone from finished objects to works in progress, and they're just all one gemischelt. That's what my Oma used to say. They're all gemischelt. They're all mixed up. So I was going back on some of my videos just a little bit ago, and I was looking at October goals. Here it is, the 21st. I think it's the 21st. And 3 weeks have already gone by in October. How is that even possible? I mean, I think we had fall already. And maybe, yeah, it happened for like maybe 4 days. Now it's like summer again, kind of. And then I'm really confused. What? Did we go to winter? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, October goals. Where am I? Where are you on your goals? Some of you have shared your goals with me, and I'm going to call you on it. Share in the comments section below. How are you doing on those? I'm going to tell you how I'm doing on mine, okay? So my first goal was to complete 2 to 3 Christmas projects, to give us gifts. Check. Done. Woo! Don't I feel good? Well, they're not completely done. I still have to weave in the ends. No, I did that already. Good. Okay. Then number 2, crochet along with the secret yarnery. That Tammy Lethbridge sweater. Well, if you saw my live yesterday, you'll know. And if you haven't, go back and look. But ta-da! I'm done. I'm done. There it is. I'm not going to put it on because it's really warm, and it's warm in the house right now, so I'm not going to put it on. But I finished it. Check, check. So, last one on the list of crochet projects. Get caught up on that folk art blanket. Still sitting in that bag, not done. I don't know, people. I think that's going to have to just like, because by the time December rolls around, I'm going to be so far behind. I mean, I've got the whole blanket done. It's just all the appliques. I've got maybe, I don't know, 3 out of the 7 done, and I haven't attached any of them. I'm just so far behind on those. It isn't even funny. So I don't feel quite so bad though, because Ella from No Catchy Name, she's still working on the Crochet Along for 2017 with Jada and Stitches. And I think she said she's almost, if not already, caught up this year on this year's blanket, but she still has 2017. So I don't feel so bad. But I don't know as if I'm going to finish that up. I just, you get excited about a project, but sometimes it just ends up being so overwhelming that you wonder, do I really want to do that? I mean, I like the concept of it, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a cute concept, but I don't know if I'm into folk art. Now that I think about it, I don't even know if I'm into folk art. And some of the things that she's put on the blanket, I'm like, okay, I get it. They might have been on a folk art piece and it might go on the blanket, but I don't like it. And I just don't want to do it. Maybe that's what it is. She had a tractor on there, and tractors remind me of my dad. He passed away almost 2 years ago, and he loved John Deere tractors, and so I've already got in my head, if I was going to do a tractor, it was going to be green and yellow, and I was so excited about the tractor, but I haven't done it. And I was so excited about doing the barn. I was going to do a red barn, or maybe a grayish, like a taupish gray. Taupey gray? Taupish? Whatever. But living in Kentucky, I was going to have the doors open. I wasn't going to have no doors closing it all off. I was going to open up them doors and have tobacco hanging in them. That's Kentucky. That's folk art. That's Kentucky folk art. With that John Deere tractor pulling in, how awesome would that be? But then you've got the houses that don't look like typical houses in a country setting, and then you've got an ocean with a lighthouse. I don't know. It's just not me. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Now, going back to the goals, I might have to add another goal for this month. I'm not sure what that goal would be, but I want to do another goal. And then for the channel, though, I'm having problems with that too. Maybe you could give me some suggestions in the comments section. One was to stick to a schedule. And I had originally been scheduled to do 6 days out of the 7. Have something going 6 days out of the 7. And I'm finding, I thought it was going to be okay because like on some days where I had more time, I could film maybe 2 or 3 days and then just schedule them to come out. But it's ending up where I'm rushed to try to get things done because there's so much other things going in my my life. So I don't know if I can keep up the schedule. The other one was to keep content in each video, and I believe I'm doing that. If you think if I need to give more content, let me know, okay? Then the last one, the third one, was to maintain a presence on both YouTube and on Facebook. I believe I'm doing it on YouTube a whole lot more than I'm doing it on Facebook, and I am sorry. Speaking of Facebook, October is here. Don't forget to submit your projects, up to 4 projects a month. For the month of October, I will draw a name at the end of the month to win a little something, okay, at that time. I want to give 5 quick shout outs. I will link them. I will put links to them in the description box. But very quickly, Lynette from Charmed Granny Crochet. I love her. She's kind of like a soulmate. I mean, she and I are going through kind of the same things. We're from the same areas. She lives where I used to live, and we've been kind of like the same areas. And she's a really neat gal, and she talks a lot about her projects and her grandkids, of course. Then there's Laura from Last Minute Laura. She lives in Canada. She does a live every morning at 7. And I just love her. She is a real person. She sits at her desk. She works. She talks to you while she's working. If she's got something else going on, she's having her coffee, whatever. She's just real for 1 hour in the morning talking to you. She does her own dyeing, her own spinning, her own... She knits. I think she crochets. I'm not sure which one she does. I think she might do both. But she's just a that's a very real, it's almost more like a bio vlog. Vlog bio, something like that. Then there's Kristin Omdahl. And Kristin Omdahl is, she's way up there in the world, okay, in the crochet. She makes her own yarn. She has her own channel. I mean, she's amazing. Kristin, Kristin, Omdahl, Omdahl. Then OlaJoe, the Crocheting Sailor. She's fairly new. She's been on about the same amount of time as I have, and she's just amazing. She's starting to do a whole lot more on her channel, and I love her. She's just a sweet, sweet gal. And the last one, but not the least, is Sheri's Bag of Holding. And Sheri is another one who is very real. There are so many people that crochet and are on crochet or have their own channels that have some kind of, I don't want to say impairment. That's not even the right word. It's a physical limitation. But they're going past it. They're working around it. And their struggle is very real. And Sheri struggles with MS. She has bad days. She has good days. She doesn't sugarcoat the bad days. And yet she is 100% on in her crocheting. She wants to crochet on those good days. So, those are my shout outs, all of the stuff I wanted to share with you today. And once again, I want to say thank you so much. If you can share the video with all your friends, just so that, I can have more people to love on. How's that? I would really appreciate that. So for now, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day you're seeing this. And have a wonderful yarny day. Bye. God bless you.